Hi, I'm Rick Prescott here to talk about my book, Save the Beatles. In this video, I want to give you an introduction to sort of the structure of the overall structure of the book, so you have an idea of what's in there. The book is divided into 4 major sections, the table of contents lays that out pretty clearly. You can see this table of contents in previews online before you buy the book. The first part is called Division, in which I talk about what happened when the Beatles broke up, a little bit about how the solo arcs actually happened in the real world, and some of the reasons why the solo era wasn't as satisfying to many fans as the original classic Beatles era. There's nothing here that you probably haven't thought about, and many of these things have been mentioned elsewhere, but I'm drawing it all together, kind of distilling it so that we have a sense of what the context is for this thought experiment that's going to happen with the book. The second part is called Divination, where I'm divining from the leaves and from the vinyl that's out there, divining how the Beatles and George Martin especially put together their classic albums. What are the rules? What are the processes? What were the political backgrounds, sort of the little unwritten rules that happened? What was the input of the actual artists versus George Martin producing them? In that, pulling out some of the template and some of the rules, and basically kind of creating an algorithm, although it's not a formal algorithm by any means, but creating a process by which we might apply the same ideas that he used and that the Beatles themselves used eventually. Because, of course, John and Paul eventually helped sequence albums, though they did not sequence anything themselves up until the White Album. That's where they actually did the sequencing for the first time with George Martin in that famous 24-hour session. But prior to that, it was all George Martin doing the sequencing. And so understanding how he did what he did, that's the second section. The third section is called Diversion, where we divert the solo Beatles from going their separate ways, and we divert them into this kind of imagined world, this sort of thought experiment, where what if we take what they recorded, what they really recorded, not fantasy tracks or anything like that, but what they really recorded, and we put it into the process that we learned about in the second part of the book. There you can kind of see how we pick the right tracks, put them in the right order, assemble them into an album, and then figure out what that album might have meant in the context of their career. So that's the third section. Now, the fourth section is just an appendix, but it's long. It's almost 100 pages, and the appendix includes all of the source information that I put together in order to make the decisions. And this includes cataloging releases, cataloging tracks that were not released but we know exist, bootlegs that were out there, doing a quick look at the sales charts, which albums sold better than others, which albums were more popular. We look at sales numbers to a degree, but also then the charts to a degree. In there, I lay out the complete recording schedule for the whole decade of who was recording when and all that sort of stuff, and provide you with information about the sequence in which tracks were recorded. So if you want to do this similar experiment yourself, you have everything you need. And there's more in there too, and I'm sure I'm not getting it all. But in the appendix, you will find all of the resources that I used. Those are also available digitally on SaveTheBeatles.com, so if you want to, you can go there and sort through and figure out how you're going to do that if you want to do this experiment yourself. It's a fun experiment. I encourage you. I think you'll have fun. Even if all you do is listen to how it came out for me, I think you'll enjoy it. And if you want to try and create your own, I say go for it. And that's why I provided all this information, because part of the process here is for you to have fun with the Beatles tracks, because everybody should have fun with solo Beatles tracks as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, it's fun. SaveTheBeatles.com, and you can buy this book anywhere you can buy books, Amazon or Barnes & Noble or Goodreads. Lots of links out there. I hope you'll consider it. Thanks for watching.